Hey, what's up? It's me, Sam. I haven't made a video in a long time, and it's probably because this webcam really sucks, and I need a new one. And I know y'all are probably really annoyed at this video, which I don't blame you. I'm annoyed with it. But something happened to me today, and I felt the need to make a YouTube video, because it kind of made me extremely excited. As you may know, I am a transsexual. I actually made a video, and that was a while ago. But I did make a video, and it's been going pretty well. I haven't been able to take testosterone yet, but I actually just signed up for college, and I still got a lot to do on my to-do list with college and books and fees and classes. So my dad wanted me to take bullshit classes just so I can be on his, I guess you call it. Just give me 1 second, because my cat's being a dumbass, and I really don't need this. Just so you can watch, and you know what I'm talking about. Hey! Get! Alright, sorry. I just sprayed my window, so I don't want him up there, and now he's back up there. Fuck. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm in college. Well, not technically yet. Not it's December. Not I won't be able to take classes till January. But my dad wanted me to take bullshit classes for a while, just so I could stay on his insurance, and his insurance might pay for testosterone injections and whatever, into full therapy. So I actually talked to him about it. I don't remember if you were here. God, just hold on 1 second. Ass! Hey! No! This cat is gonna be the death of me. Sorry. Okay, so I talked to my dad about it. Actually, I talked to him about it because we were all in the hospital, like, visiting my mom. She's out now, but she went in on the 20th of November, and because we all got really, really sick, and we figured out that it was the swine flu, which kind of hit us all really hard. Like, everybody in my family got it within like 24 hours. It was hard. We had it for like 3 weeks. It was just, it's the worst thing I've ever been through in my life. And I thought I was going to die. My mom actually developed pneumonia, ended up in the hospital because we were chilling in my living room. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning and I hadn't been asleep yet. But yeah, I wasn't sleeping, and I just went downstairs, and my dad was taking my brother to school, and like they were talking quietly about something because they didn't want my brother to know, because they didn't want my brother to get all upset or something and like want to get out of school. But long story short, my mom apparently wasn't feeling good, and she got the sickness worse than any of us did, and she's a real strong woman, so she wasn't really telling us how she felt. She didn't tell us she was feeling bad, but she had like a pulmonary embolism like 8 months ago, and blood clots in her lungs, so we were kind of worried about her, and she thought it was another blood clot because her chest was hurting. So we got her to the doctor's office, and not the doctor, I mean the emergency room. My brother was in school, and before we left to take her to the doctor, we were in my living room, and she didn't look right. She wasn't acting right at all, and like this is way off topic, but I'm gonna get to my point. But she was walking, and it scared the shit out of me because she got up to go get tissues from the kitchen, and like, don't even think about it. And I was on a couch, and she come back, and it was like a whole left side of her body just gave out, like it just stopped working, and she just like collapsed. Like, she kept running into things, and like she just fell straight forward and like slammed into the like entertainment center like twice, and I had to catch her and hold her up, and she was just passing out. And I screamed for my dad. He came in, and we had to get her to the emergency room, and we got her in there, and they got her like right away, put her in a room like immediately, because they don't mess with heart stuff like that. And like 8 doctors in there hooking her up to stuff, taking tests and shit. And her blood pressure was like 60/80 or something like that, so she was like very near death. She could have died, and she wasn't, like, her kidneys were shutting down. So it was really hard because I thought I was gonna lose my mom. And my dad was scared because he lost his dad to pneumonia. They didn't know it was pneumonia, and they had her tilted at like an angle, and her head was right here to get her blood pressure to go back up. And when they did that, all the fluid in her lungs like were coming up, and like she just fucking, she couldn't breathe. You can hear her breathing in phlegm constantly, in and out, and she was choking to death. She couldn't breathe. So we finally, my dad, he works at the hospital all the time. He like fixes machines and shit. So he told a doctor, he was like, look, I lost my dad to this. I ain't gonna lose my fucking wife. You better do something. You can do something now. She can't breathe and she's choking. So they brought this BiPAP ventilatory machine in and hooked her up to it. And I wasn't there to see that because I was a wreck and I had to go outside. I was having a breakdown. And but by the time I got back in there, you know, she was hooked up to the machine and it was breathing for her, like forcing air into her lungs, and it was pushing the fluid out. So she was breathing a lot better. And it took hours. And she was in intensive care for like 4 days. And I've never seen my mom so weak. She lost 30 pounds within 7 days. And she's still weak right now. She got home on Thanksgiving Day. And she's got 4 to 6 weeks to recover. It was insane. But during that, it brought our family together, and it brought us close. And we were all in the hospital room. It was in the ICU room, and I remember it distinctly because I was bored, and my mom was sleeping, so I was talking to my dad. It was just me and him, and like, I don't know where my sister was, but it was just me and him talking. And I was like, telling him how I don't like filling out papers anymore. I don't like doing certain things when it asks for gender and stuff. And he actually, you know, he was like, is it because you don't feel like a girl? And I'm like, I know I'm not a girl. It's like, I may have been born into this body, but gender to me isn't something that you find between your legs. It's something that's like kind of behind your ears, you know what I mean? So I just told him flat out, I was like, dude, I don't want these. Like, I want them off, and I want to take testosterone. And he just looked at me and asked me to explain what it, you know, how it works. So I did. And he was like, well, I don't know if my insurance will pay for that, but we can find out. I mean, just like that. Like, he didn't say no or yell at me. And then from then on, he took me driving, and he was like, we got back to my house, and we were joking around with each other, and like, he opened a door, and my mom was right there, and he looked at me, he looked at my mom, and he was like, man, he's crazy, man, he's so crazy. And my mom was like, yeah, he is. And it was just like, I don't know why, it just made me feel amazing. It made me feel perfect, actually. Like, I never felt so happy in my life. My parents saw me for who I was. So my dad knows, and he actually like shaved my head the other day, and he taught me how to shave my head. Gave me a pair of clippers and everything. But obviously I'm not gonna get to my point right here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a second video, because I'm running out of time. And before I go, I want to give a shout out to Nicole. Hey girl, what's up? Yeah, that's right, I'm talking to you, Nicole Owens. This is a shout out for you because I got mad love for you, girl, man. We talk all the time, and you support me, and you always refer to me as a he, and that drives me insane, and I thank you very much. But I'm running out of time, and I gotta go. I love y'all. I'll make another video. Make sure to watch it.